name is Noko and today is day 26 of our 30-day yoga challenge. Today we're going to work on our hips and do a lot of grounding exercises, mainly on the floor, on our back or sitting down, to improve the mobility of the hips, but also to stabilize the hips, which will help protect the low back. But before we do that, I'd like to take you through a breathing technique. It's a warming technique. It's going to build heat in your body. It's done in two parts. The first part, it's a powerful abdominal contraction followed by a relaxation of the abdominal muscles. It goes like this. So for the exhale, imagine somebody is punching you in the stomach, except that you're not going to round the shoulders. It helps to have the hands on the belly, and then you just let go of the abs so they will recoil, coming back to the normal space. We're going to do a few rounds. If you are new to breathing technique, make sure you just do a few cycles, otherwise you may get dizzy. If you happen to get dizzy, stop the exercise, go back to your normal breathing, and then come back to the exercise when you are ready. So let's start together. Let's start by exhaling, relax, relax, relax. Back to normal breathing. Don't worry if it's confusing. It's the first time. We're going to keep working on this breath the next few days, and it takes practice. Let's try again. Ready? Back to normal breathing. This breath is typically done much faster. As you get faster, there's a higher chance you get dizzy. So I'd like to start slow. Let's do 5 more rounds. Ready? And relax. As we do more rounds, you're going to feel the heat building. With just 5 rounds, it may not build that much heat. All right, let's start with our practice. Let's start on our back, legs in butterfly. And hands under the head. Just moving the knees up and down. Noticing where you feel the resistance in your hips. Moving slowly, making sure you're not overarching the back. 3 more. Knees back up. Let's open the feet wider than the mat. And we're going to do some windshield wipers. So we drop the knees on one side and then other side. Allowing your low back to lift off the floor. You're also warming up your lower back muscles. Moving slowly from one side to the other. And today's affirmation is, my heart radiates with love. Two more. And back to center. We're going to build some strength in the abs because this is going to help support your low back as well. So notice your low back. Here you have a slight arch in your low back. Make sure this arch stays the way it is. You don't want to press it down. You don't want to overarch. And the way you maintain it is by squeezing your ribs, pressing your belly in. Then we're going to put one leg in tabletop and option to place the other leg in tabletop. If you notice you're arching and you are unable to bring your low back to neutral position, or it's bothering your low back, you can have one leg down. Right here, we're going to maintain the contraction of the abdominals. Hold it for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Arms up, same thing. Hold it for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. And notice if your knees are here, you're just resting. You're not doing any ab work. So knees fall directly over the hips. Especially for the next size, we're going to bring the arms back. Only as far as you're comfortable. If you're comfortable going all the way down, that's fine. If it's too much early in the morning, go halfway. But notice your knees may tend to come with you. We want to avoid that. Ready? Inhale, exhale. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Okay. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And hands to knees. Bring the knees back to center. Rocking side to side. Back to center. Moving those knees away from the shoulders. Making sure the feet are not dropping. So this part of the leg should be parallel with the floor, belly down. And this time we're going to place our hands against the left thigh to make sure this thigh is not coming in. And we tap the floor with that other leg. Come back halfway up. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Make sure this knee is not coming back in, all the way in, halfway. Other side, palms of the hands against the center of the right thigh, and tap down. 2. So we barely tap the mat. We don't want to drop. Everything is done with control. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. And knees to chest, rock side to side. Rolling onto one side, let's meet. Fingers spread out wide. If it's too much weight on your wrist right now, it can be on your fist, making sure the fist falls directly underneath the shoulders. Thumbs up, pointing straight front. Okay, plank. So here, feeling lifting to the shoulders, belly lifted. We don't want to drop the hips. We don't want to lift them back. Right here. And if this is too much, you can always place one knee down or both knees down. If you have both knees down, move your knees further back. We're just going to hold it right here. Feeling lifting into the shoulders, lifting into the belly. Let's hold it for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. And bending the knees, pressing the chest back. And knees down. Nice. Let's sit up into a figure 4. So we're going to work on the range of motion in the hips. With the plank, what we're doing is stabilizing the hips, strengthening the low back, all the core to maintain the low back. So let's flex the right knee and ankle. And maybe you're right here, okay, and you want this knee moving away from you. If you want to go deeper, you can pull your foot in, bring your hips further forward, and move your chest further forward. And you may feel the stretch right here in your hip. This will improve the mobility, flexibility of your hips. That's a great exercise, especially if you spend a lot of time standing or sitting down. switching side. So crossing the ankle above the knee. Ankle is flexed to protect the knee. And as I bend, okay, this knee may come towards my shoulders, so I want to move it away. I can bring the hips closer to the shoulders, shoulders closer to the hips. Then we're going to do one more exercise to stabilize the hips and stabilize the low back. Slowly easing out of the position. Let's meet on all fours again. Shoulders lifted, belly lifted, long neck, so you want the crown of the head reaching forward. You don't really have to gaze at the camera, you can just listen. So we're going to extend the right leg out, pushing to the heel. Imagine you want to turn the heel down towards the floor. So you avoid lifting the right hip up. Press this right hip down, belly lifted, tailbone pressing down. And you have the option to hold it here or to extend the opposite arm and find your balance. So you really have to engage the belly. This will support your low back. When you pull your belly up to the spine, it's going to help maintain the alignment and stability in the low back. Let's hold it for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling cat and exhaling cat. Back to center, switching side, reaching the left leg out, pressing the tailbone down, maybe rotating the left heel slightly down. Option to hold it here, finding length to the back of the neck. Option to extend the right arm. Feeling lifting to the left shoulder. So the position seems simple, but it requires a lot of control. And if you wobble it, okay, it means that you want to work on building the abs here, the ab strength. Let's hold it for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and inhaling cat, exhaling cat. Back to center. Alright, so this is it for today. And when you start walking around, you may feel that your hips have a higher range of motion. You can move easier with less resistance. So it's just the way you feel when you walk. You may feel a little bit lifted. Repeat to yourself. My heart radiates with love. Namaste.